BlackBerry Mercury has been living a weird life thus far. Announced a couple of months ago, it was left without an official name to go by. Well, today this finally changes, and thank God it's not the Tech something. Now that was the good news. The bad news is it's called BlackBerry KEYone, which doesn't feel like much of a step up from D-Tech. The newest keyboard BlackBerry is a looker. It's the right size and has a nice aluminum frame with black plastic body panels. It feels good in the hand. Stylistically, it's tastefully composed. No business professional will be ashamed of taking this phone out of their pocket or purse. The KEYone looks like it's been designed exclusively for business professionals. Whichever angle you look at the KEYone, it's telling you exactly the same story. That of a suit, whose natural habitat is somewhere between a pile of folders and a massive spreadsheet. We've all met at least one of those people who claim they prefer typing on an old-school physical keyboard, but the truth is, most of us have already gotten used to typing on a smartphone screen, so going back to the tiny clickable keys of the KEYone will actually cause more discomfort than relief. After testing it for half an hour or so, we can see ourselves eventually adapting to the physical keys, especially as we seem to make fewer typos with them. But it's not a terribly convenient experience, and it's not satisfying and it feels strangely backwards. The BlackBerry KEYone is very well made, but we couldn't help but notice how uneven the keyboard backlighting is. Considering this is the centerpiece component of this phone, I would say this is a rather annoying issue. A 4.5-inch IPS touchscreen of high resolution sits right above the keyboard. And it's just a very nice screen. It's sharp, colors seem reasonably intense, and viewing angles are satisfying. It's a great window to the Android 7 platform that the KEYone is running. The touchscreen works as advertised, and it appears to be perfectly sized for what this phone is made for. With navigation buttons positioned below the screen itself and no virtual keyboard to hide half of their on-screen content, the KEYone's display feels roomy enough to comfortably check the events in your calendar, read a long email, browse the web, or use any popular application. One of the main highlights of the KEYone is the high level of security you get in comparison with other Android phones. The company claims to have enhanced the Android software to a great depth, patching holes and fixing bugs where needed. This is supposed to be a very secure smartphone. It comes with an OS core that's tweaked and enhanced with security and privacy in mind. It gives you incredible control and flexibility with regards to permissions and application behavior, and it adheres to a bunch of complex-sounding policies and standards that supposedly make it a great fit for government officials or other professions that would require having an abnormally strict and safe handheld. The BlackBerry KEYone is almost ready to go. In just a month or so, the handset will be available in the US and other regions through both carriers and retail, and it's going to cost $550. This is a phone for dinosaurs though, no two ways about it. It's a tool, an instrument through which they can keep shooting emails left and right, and maybe even get back to working that spreadsheet. This is not a fun phone, a phone for artists or visionaries. It's for the number cruncher, the operations expert, or the small business owner who's just too stubborn to change. That's who this phone is made for, and I guess that's okay, right? Not all products need to change the world.